Every question we ask is really one question. What is reality, and what is our place inside it? Here on Decoding Reality, we explore how existence works, from consciousness to cosmology, from ancient wisdom to cutting-edge physics. Tonight, we follow everything, stars, galaxies, time itself, to their ultimate destination. Because the universe isn't just expanding, it's revealing. And the more we understand its fate, the more we understand our own. This is where is everything in the universe going? A journey through space, time, and the final horizon of being. The motion beneath stillness. Everything you see is moving. Even the space between things breathes. Atoms hum with invisible rhythm. Galaxies drift like seeds on wind. We look up and feel still. But stillness is an illusion. Motion is the universe's heartbeat. From the tiniest quark vibration to the sweep of superclusters, everything participates in one flow. Not random, not chaotic. A vast, unfolding choreography. 13.8 billion years ago, that motion began. Or maybe, it remembered itself. Space didn't open into emptiness. Emptiness became space. Energy condensed into matter. Matter learned structure. Structure learned to shine. We call it the Big Bang. But it was quieter than that. No explosion in pre-existing dark, a blooming of distance itself. And ever since, the cosmos has been stretching. Not objects rushing through a void, but the void expanding between objects. Each second, each heartbeat, the universe grows larger, colder, thinner. Galaxies recede from one another as if carried on a rising tide whose shore we can never see. Where is it all going? That question begins here, in the pulse beneath apparent stillness. 2. The Great Expansion. For a long time, we thought gravity ruled everything. What goes up, must fall. What comes together, must hold. But the universe had other plans. In 1929, Edwin Hubble looked outward and saw galaxies fleeing in every direction. Their light stretched red, a signature of expansion. The farther the galaxy, the faster its retreat. Not from motion through space, but from space itself inflating. Imagine dots on a balloon. As the surface swells, each dot sees the others drift away. No center. No edge. Only more surface. That's our universe. A boundless balloon made not of rubber but space-time. And here's the twist. The stretching never stopped. It accelerated. In 1998, astronomers measured supernovae so faint they shouldn't have been. The conclusion stunned physics. Something unseen was pushing galaxies apart faster. They called it dark energy. A name that explains nothing, yet marks the greatest mystery we know. It fills the vacuum. It resists gravity. It drives everything outward. Roughly 70% of the cosmos is this invisible pressure, a silent wind expanding existence. No one knows why it's there. Maybe it's woven into spacetime's fabric. Maybe it's energy borrowed from the future itself. Whatever it is, it means the universe is not slowing down. It's speeding away from its own beginnings. Someday far ahead, galaxies beyond our local group will fade beyond visibility. Their light stretched past detection. Their presence erased by distance. Future astronomers, billions of years from now, will look into perfect black and believe they stand alone. They'll see no evidence of expansion. No cosmic background glow. Just silence. For them, the universe will appear eternal and empty. A cruel trick of time and light. 3. The Cosmic Drift. Where, then, are we going? What path do we follow through this endless swelling? Our own galaxy is moving, though we rarely feel it. The Sun orbits the Milky Way at 220 kilometers per second. The Milky Way itself rushes toward Andromeda, our neighboring spiral of stars. In about 4 billion years, we'll collide and merge, forming one vast oval galaxy, Milkomeda. Stars will thread together like luminous rivers. Black holes will spiral inward, fusing into a single heart billions of times the Sun's mass. But while that dance unfolds, the larger stage drifts apart. Clusters of galaxies pull on each other, then loosen their grip. Gravity loses ground to dark energy's expansion. The cosmic web stretches thinner. Filaments of matter elongate, snap, and fade into isolation. Our local group remains bound, a tiny island in widening sea. Beyond it, everything recedes faster than light can chase. Not because they move faster than light, but because space itself grows between us faster than light can cross. That's the difference between motion in space and the motion of space. One has a speed limit, the other has none. So even as photons race outward, their road lengthens faster than they travel. The light never arrives. Information never returns. This is the cosmic drift, not chaos, but destiny. Every region becomes its own universe, cut off from all others. It's a quiet kind of loneliness. The universe isn't collapsing. It's forgetting itself. And yet, inside this great amnesia, creation continues. Stars still form in dusty nebula nurseries. Planets still assemble from shattered stone. Life still rises, asks questions, builds telescopes, writes symphonies. Even as the dark grows deeper, the universe keeps finding ways to know itself. Maybe that's the real direction, not outward, but inward, toward understanding, toward awareness. IV, the fate of the light. Every photon ever born is still out there somewhere, racing through expanding nothingness. But distance changes light. Wavelength stretches with space, color drains toward red, energy thins to a whisper. The early universe was radiant, a storm of newborn brilliance. Today, that light survives only as a faint microwave haze. We call it the cosmic background, the afterglow of creation. A soft echo, billions of years old, that wraps the sky like ancient music. It tells us we're moving. It tells us space is growing. It tells us what once burned white hot now cools toward black. And this cooling continues. Stars live fast and die violent. In 10 trillion years, the last red dwarfs will flicker out. No new stars will ignite. The night will belong to embers, collapsed remnants, quiet cinders drifting through dark. The universe, by then, will be a graveyard of memory. Galaxies dimmed, atoms decayed, light itself stretched beyond sight. But that doesn't mean it ends. It only means it changes shape. Entropy isn't destruction. It's transformation. Order giving way to potential. Energy spreading evenly, until even change itself slows. And yet, deep inside black holes, another kind of story continues, one that may rewrite the end. V. The black hole heartbeat. Black holes are not voids. They're memory engines. Gravity so strong, even light cannot escape. But light tries. It swirls around the edge, the event horizon, caught between existence and erasure. Inside lies a singularity, a point where physics breaks, and time folds in on itself. We once thought nothing could return. But Hawking showed us that even black holes leak. They radiate faint heat, shrinking across eons. They evaporate into energy, releasing what they once devoured. Information, maybe, encoded in the ripples of quantum fields. It's the universe recycling itself, one horizon at a time. Imagine far future space. No stars, no warmth, no galaxies. Only black holes glowing faintly as they fade into mist. Each one releasing secrets, like whispers from before memory began. Some physicists think those final moments matter most. When the last black hole dies, the energy it returns may seed something new. Not the same universe, but a new one, born from the ashes of entropy. A cosmic heartbeat, collapse and renewal, expansion and rebirth. If that's true, the universe doesn't die, it breathes. V. The arrow and the circle. Every story we tell of time has an arrow in it. Past, present, future. A clean direction, one way, irreversible. Entropy gives us that arrow. The flow from order to chaos defines what we call forward. But what if the arrow bends? What if endings are only transitions between phases of knowing? Cosmology hints at cycles. Some models suggest our expansion will slow, pause, and reverse. A big crunch. All matter collapsing inward again, rewinding spacetime's film. Or perhaps a big bounce, a rhythmic pulse, where each universe births the next. Others think quantum fields fluctuate forever, bubbling new universes from vacuum like foam. In that view, ours is one drop in an eternal ocean, each cosmos with its own laws, its own constants, its own versions of us. We may be a brief vibration in something that never stops singing. So maybe the question, where is everything going, has no final answer. Maybe it's not where, but how. How does being continue? How does existence express itself, over and over, through creation and forgetting? 7. The human horizon. In the middle of this vastness, a small blue world spins quietly. It holds oceans, forests, stories, and creatures who ask why. That's us, a flicker of awareness inside the dark that made us. We look up at night and see ancient light arriving late. We build mirrors to peer deeper into yesterday. Every discovery stretches our horizon. Every question reminds us that we're made of the same atoms that once burned in dying stars. We are the universe learning to look back at itself. And though expansion drifts us apart, though entropy spreads our warmth thin, there's meaning in the act of wondering. Because the universe moves outward, but consciousness moves inward. Every observation, every act of awe, draws the infinite a little closer. Perhaps that's our purpose, to witness motion and turn it into understanding. When all else is gone, when the last photon fades, when even memory cools, maybe the echo of awareness remains. Not as words, not as bodies or planets, but as possibility. A pattern repeating somewhere new. A spark hidden in quantum silence, ready to bloom again. And if that's true, then nothing is truly lost. Not light, not love, not us. The universe may stretch forever, but perhaps forever is just the space between heartbeats. So, where is everything going? Maybe it's going home, to the place where wonder begins again. If the universe truly never ends, then neither does curiosity. Every view, every question, is part of this unfolding story. So if this journey moved you, subscribe to Decoding Reality, join our growing community, and help us keep exploring the mysteries that shape us all. Because the end of time isn't silence. It's the beginning of understanding. Until next time, keep looking up, and keep decoding reality.